And we're going to go into a high knee march with double arms. 1, 2. Doesn't have to be fast. You just want to get a nice big range of motion. Just warming everything up, and those joints ready to move. And we're going into our curtsy with our arm pull. So a bit of a lateral movement. Feet shoulder width apart, and butt kickers. They can be low impact. You can get them going higher. If you want to get your heart rate up a bit more. But again, we're just warming everything up. Moving into imaginary jump rope. Nice fast feet on this one. Into either a modified jumping jack or full jumping jacks. The important part is that range of motion. Making sure that the arms are going the whole distance from top to bottom. And now we're going into a side lunge, one side to the other. Back is nice and tall. Bring your feet a bit closer together. We're going to go do a half squat with a cross arm stretch. Try and get that arm to go across the body. So we're starting to wake up that trunk. Getting those rotational muscles starting to fire. From there, we're just doing some nice light front leg kicks. You're coming up and down. And we're going into our last exercise of the warm-up, which is our cardio lateral run with knee up. Down. Alrighty. So the exercises are the same ones we've been doing all along. The only difference is I've changed the side plank slightly. Let me just advance my screen. Oh, jeez. And my phone's talking to me. There we go. So we'll go through them quickly, just as a reminder to people who haven't been for a while. So we're starting with 3 rounds of the exercises. It's 8 exercises in total. I backed it off a little from the 40. We're on a 35-20 interval. So we go hard for 35 seconds, 20 seconds to recover. So then, and 2 minutes in between each round. Starting with speed skater. So what you're doing is it's a lateral push from side to side. If you have hip mobility issues that make that lateral movement really, really hard, then just do a really high knee march. Then we're going into a step back with arm extension. So we're coming up, and it's a fluid movement. Your arms are coming up as your knee is coming down. Then we go into our double knee up with arms, which is just the same as our warm up. We're just going to go a little bit faster. So we're going 1, 2, 1, 2. From there, we go into our plie squat with around the world. From there, we go to our squat with leg abduction. Again, if there's any side mobility issues, do a knee up, because this challenges your balance and gets everything firing for you. From there, we go to our curtsy lunge with windmill. So in our curtsy, arms right around, and coming back into our curtsy. For the next one, the last 2 were on our mat. We're going to go into our modified sag plank with crunches. So I've had you here. I want you to push that hip up and then crunch up. So you're challenging your core a bit more, as opposed to being in a resting position here. For those with a side mobility issue, you want to be coming up each leg. You want to make that a bit more challenging. Go into a crunch position, and we're bringing those knees up. And then we finish with mountain climbers. If mountain climbers are a challenge, do an elbow plank for that last 35 seconds. Does anybody have any questions before we start? Excellent. I'm just starting my watch and our timer. And we are going in 15 seconds, starting with speed skaters.
According to Wikipedia, speed skating is a competitive.
I don't like your phone listens to you. And we're on. If you want a little more, you can bring your hands into it. Make sure your hands are controlled though. And they're a fluid part of the movement. And break. Moving into our step back with arm extension. We are going in 10 seconds. In 5. And you're on. When you raise your arms up, make that a dominant movement. Excellent. Nice straight limbs. And break. Moving into our double knee up with arms. Again, nice straight arms, very controlled arms. And we're on. 1, 2. Moving into our plie squat with our around the world arms. So plie squat's a little bit wider than hip distance apart. You want to be nice and tall, weight in your heels, knees not coming past your toes. And we're on. And break. We are going in 10 seconds into our curtsy lunge with windmill. Again, make sure those arms are controlled and nice and straight. And go. If you need more challenge, you can go deeper into the lunge and quicken up the movement. And break. We're moving down to the mat for the last 2 exercises. So again, we're doing a modified side plank crunch. So I want that hip off the mat. And I will tell you when it is the halfway point to switch. And switch. Again, hip off the ground. And one last exercise in this round. We are moving into mountain climbers, modified mountain climbers, or an elbow plank. And we are going in 5 seconds. And go. And break. Grab some water. Keep moving around. Oh, did I miss one? I don't know what I missed. We're on 2 minutes break. I switched my timer on this on the weekend, so just stay upright, keep moving around. I'll figure out what's going on. If anybody has any questions, feel free. There we go. That's it. To unmute.
Gwen,
Yes.
Svetlana, what is modified plank on elbows, the last exercise? Can you show me that? I have an issue with my shoulders, so I cannot do it properly.
Then,
Yeah.
Lana, just do it from standing. So
Okay.
have your arms up here
Mhm.
and just be reaching up this way.
Okay.
Okay? I
Okay.
don't want you putting that weight on your shoulder then.
Okay. Thank you very
What we're
much.
focused on are these muscles right here,
Mhm.
which are kind of a constant for me with everyone. And so why I've got everybody who's on the mat lifting that hip up is it requires more stability through here.
Okay.
So, but I don't want you putting that weight on your shoulder.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Just got under a minute, everyone. I received some new resistance bands yesterday. So I will be talking about resistance bands in the workout on Saturday. And actually the kit I bought is very cool. It has a door hanger attachment, which I thought was really good when we're trying to do some of our shoulder conditioning exercises. So I'm happy to share that on Saturday. And we're going in 20 seconds with Speed Skater. If you can think of it, start on the opposite side to where you did the first one. And we are going in 3, 2, 1, you're on. Starting on the other side gives your brain a little challenge. And break. Moving into our step back with arm extension. And again, think about what leg you put back the first time and start with the other leg. I have to remember. And let's go. Nice range of motion in the arms. Just reminding those arms that they become the extension of our paddle. And break. We're moving into our double knee up with our arms. And we're off. Moving into our plie squat. Again, think about your range of motion. We are going in 5 seconds. Nice wide stance. And let's go. Exhaling at the top. Nice tall back. and break. Moving into our squat with leg abduction or squat with knee up. Again, we're challenging our balance a bit on this one and working our abductors. We're going in 5 seconds. And let's go. Break. Going into our curtsy lunge with our big windmill arms. And I'm going to start on the opposite side. And we are going in 5 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Break. Moving down to the mat or standing for our side plank crunch. Start on the same side you finished on. Get off the ground, and we are going now. And switch. And break. Final exercise of round 2. We are moving into a mountain climber, modified mountain climber, or elbow plank. And we are going in 5 seconds. Last 35 seconds of work in this round. And we're done. You've got 2 minutes. Keep moving around. Let your heart rate come back down. Get some water. Whew. I'm seeing progress in everyone's reps, which is great. Getting a little faster, I'm more used to the movements. That's why we don't really change this week's up very much, or this day's exercises up very much. That way you can really focus on trying to push that cardio. We have 1 minute left before our final round. Next week is our first alternate workout of March, And it's gonna be a Pilates-based class. It's gonna be working on our small muscles and on our abs. I know you all can't wait. And then we're gonna end the month with bingo. See who our lucky workout partners are. We are going in 15 seconds. We are starting with speed skater, and we're going back to the original side that we started our workout on. And we are going in 5, 2, 1, let's go. And break. We're moving into our step back with arm extension. Going back to our original side. We're going in 5, 3, 2, 1. Try and get those arms right up to your ears. And break. Moving into our double knee up. It's nice seeing everybody huffing and puffing as much as me. We are going in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And break. We're getting tired. Think about your form. We are going onto our plie squat with around the world arms, and we are going in 5 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. This is really a full range, low impact jumping jack. Those limbs nice and straight. And break. Almost there, guys. Please squat. So leg abduction or knee up, going in 10 seconds. We're in that last 50 meters. We are almost done for the evening. 3, 2, 1, and we go. Coming up nice and strong out of that squat. We're driving those hips forward. And break. Moving into our curtsy lunge with windmill. And then we're into our final mat exercises. And we are going in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Keep those arms nice and controlled. And break. Moving down to the mat. Modify your standing side plank or side crunches. We are going in 5 seconds. Hip up off the ground. And switch. And 1 exercise to go. We are still on the mat. You are doing a mountain climber, modified mountain climber, or you can do an elbow plank. Today, I think I'm going to do 3, 2, 1. There's only 35 seconds left. And you're done. This one's always fast and furious. Well done, everyone. I made the mistake of eating about 5:30. My heart rate's like off the charts tonight. Okay, grab a sip of water and we'll move into a cool down. Sorry about that. Oh. All right. Let's start with some nice big shoulder or arm circles. Do about 5 forward. Nice and slow and controlled. Nice big deep breaths. Get to the bottom, switch directions. Make sure you're relaxing those shoulders. And we're going to switch into our goal posts. So our arms are at 90. We're pushing back a little bit. There's a little bit of resistance here. We can feel that through our shoulder blades. And we're going to pop that down. And we're going to feel a release in the front of our shoulders. And switch back up. And down. And one more time. And down. And give those shoulders a shake. Let's move into our next stretch. Tucking one arm behind our back. We're gonna let gravity pull our head down. See where you feel that release. If you need a bit more, nice soft fingers at the top of your head. It's a very subtle movement. And make sure you're deep, deep breathing, getting oxygen to help release all that tension. And release, switch arms, drop that head, find that spot. Sometimes you have to move your chin around a little bit. It's a bit different for everyone. And nice deep breaths. And release. Let's move into a tricep stretch. Nice, everybody's arms tucked up by their head. And release and switch. And release. Nice big deep breath in. When you exhale, we're going down into a forward fold. So big swan dive down, down to a forward fold. Depending on your flexibility, you may be at your shins, you may be at the floor, you may be really flexible, you can put your hands right down on the floor. If you're struggling, soften your knees a little bit. What you really want to feel is that release through your hamstrings and your glutes. Walk your hands over to the left. It's going to give you a bit of an IT band stretch as well. Slowly come over to center and then walk over to the right. Back to the center. Sliding your hands up onto the top of your quads. We're going to move into some cat-cow. So we are going to go to the side. We're going to push our butt back and our head's going to go up to the ceiling. While we inhale and we exhale into our angry cat. Cow. Cat. And one more time. Inhaling as your head goes up. Exhaling as you're drawing your belly button in. And release, down on your mat. We're going to go into our figure four stretch. Release our hips. And there's variations depending on how your hips feel. You're going to cross that one ankle over onto the opposite leg. That may be enough. You may feel that release. You may need to pick your foot up, or you may want to thread it all the way through. You want to feel a stretch. You do not want to feel pain in this stretch. And release and switch legs. And again, leg positioning depends on how your hip feels. Really breathe, deep, deep breaths in and out. Sending oxygen to where it's tight. And release. Roll onto one side. Slowly coming back up to standing. Nice big deep breath in. Exhale. And one more time. And exhale. Well done, everyone.